Alrighty guys, Arian back here with the video. Checking in for the end of the day results. It is the 29th, Tuesday. Same stuff today, 7 a.m. woke up. I'm gonna take my gummies right now for you guys. We got 600 milligrams of ashwagandha and 400 milligrams of magnesium glycinate. And then I tracked my protein today. So far I got about 100 in, a little over 100. I got about 100, so now I'm gonna try to go ahead and get in 60 to 80 right now after I make this video. And excuse me. One thing I did want to tell you guys is, so based off a study, I saw two studies on the same page, Gango on Instagram, and they said your body can increase protein synthesis by 20% while you're sleeping. So they say it's better to eat more protein right before you go to bed and then right after a workout. They say your body is able to use it 40%. But they say there isn't a significant increase in muscle growth when it comes down to consuming your protein. If you're aiming for 180 a day and you get in 180 all in 1 hour, or I shouldn't say 1 hour, I'm sure there's a pretty significant difference, but if you eat that 100 in the morning, 80 at night, it's the same as if you break it up into 40 and 50 and things like that, for the most part, is what they say. But they say also that the protein synthesis increases at night by 20% when you eat 100 grams of protein or something like that. So I try and eat at night anyways, because it kind of makes sense. Your body is kind of just storing it. If you're trying to lose weight, that might not be a good idea. So just smaller goals for this week are to just kind of eat better this week, because I have the marathon. So I'm going to try and eat healthier this week. And then today I took a rest day because my body was just so sore. And I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to do my split this week with the marathon being on Sunday. I think I'm going to hit legs tomorrow and then come back on Thursday, and then shoulders and arms, and I can just go on Friday and Saturday. And then on my leg day, I'm hitting it I'm hitting it tomorrow. I'm just going to keep it super light, kind of just get some contraction there. And a lot of joint mobility stuff I think I'm going to do this week, just to kind of help with my stretching and my joints and bones and stuff for Sunday on the marathon. And yeah. And then there was one thing I also wanted to talk about. And this is just more about the people that are in your life. And I wanted to talk about how there's a lot of people in this world who like to blame other things, other people, and just everything else for their actions. And that's fine. It's perfectly fine. And I would say I have a friend, but this is just a lot of people. This isn't just one person I know. This is pretty much almost everybody I know. I know maybe one other person who doesn't think like this. And what they do is they're just pushing they're blaming everything around them except for themselves for mistakes that happen in their life. Which you can do that. You can do that. That's perfectly fine, especially if there is something else to blame. But I don't like doing that, and I wouldn't recommend doing that, because you're no longer holding yourself accountable of things that you could potentially do to fix the situation in the first place, rather than blaming something else or someone else. And so an example is I got with a girl and she cheated on me, but I blame myself. Because I should know if a girl's... Now, obviously things are inevitable and things will happen unexpectedly that you won't be able to plan for, but if I get with a girl who cheated on me, I should have been able to tell that from the beginning, especially if it was very easily, and things like that. So it's I like to blame myself for that. It's I could have took more time understanding this girl or whatever. I find a way to blame myself, so I'm moving more cautiously in the future, and things like that. So I just think that's a helpful advice that I think everybody should try and focus on more, is just finding a way to blame themselves. And I just think you'll you won't deal with problems as much in your life as you might think that you are right now, you know, or you at least won't be able to like blame other people or other things for your problems. Because I mean, the more you blame other stuff and other people and other things, the less responsible you are and the less results you'll ever see in the future. You know, it's like if you're making excuses for why your legs aren't building muscle because your gym doesn't have the right equipment, it's like you're never gonna gain leg muscle, you know. Or that's just like a dumb example, but like it is an example, and I could imagine someone's out there saying that right now, you know. It's like they're blaming equipment or this or that, and it's like, dude, you are the root of the problem. That's how I look at it when I'm in trouble or when I'm the problem. Like when there's issues on my end, I was like, I'm the problem. I need to fix myself. And then it kind of controls your emotions and stuff behind things as well, because then you're not just angry all the time because of someone else or something else. It's you. So it's more just like, even if you are upset or disappointed, you're holding yourself accountable. So the goal is for it to not to happen next time. But yeah, that's just kind of what I want to talk about. Thanks for checking in with my video. I'll actually go ahead and plan for tomorrow. So tomorrow I'm definitely not resting. 7 a.m. wake up. And then for today, I'm also going to write down every day taking ashwagandha and magnesium. Wake up, make bed, 116 G's of protein, ashwagandha plus magnesium. And if you're in any type of position where you have to talk to customers, I would highly recommend not learning sales, but just learning communication and talking very precisely, accurately, calmly, while also being engaging and enthusiastic. And I'm not saying that as someone who knows everything. I say that as someone who's trying to learn more, but I've been in a sales position, and I don't even do sales, but I talk to customers all day, and I get a lot. Like, it's like, you know, you don't seem as young as you are, you know, you don't act as young as you are, you're very professional and you do really good work, like, and not in a cocky way. I've heard all the bad things too. I've heard people say I'm not a good worker. That doesn't happen often, if ever, but you know, depending who you ask, people will say certain things about me, and I feel like that kind of goes for everybody. One person will tell you I'm the worst person in the world, another person will tell you I'm the best person in the world. So just, you know, my goal is to just make as many people as happy as possible while still maintaining my happiness, obviously. But yeah, ashwagandha, protein, make bed. And then tomorrow I'm gonna do legs, just so they're fully recovered by Sunday for the marathon. I'm gonna put light and joint mobility plus abs. And then I think also tomorrow I'm gonna do some cardio, and then I also won't do anything else till Sunday as well. And then that was another note, I wanted to eat healthier. I'm gonna try and start packing like protein or something. My main thing right now is reaching my protein, and slowly I'm gonna try to incorporate, I'm gonna make a note. Slowly incorporate homemade food / snacks. So just like peanut butter sandwiches and just things like that. Because like I realized, like even if I just eat lunch at work, that's fine. But there are times where, like before, like right after the work, I could definitely go eat a sandwich or something. So yeah, I'm gonna try and just do all that. But yeah, after I eat dinner, I'm gonna do that while I'm uploading this video. I'll reach my protein goal, taking my vitamins, woke up and made my bed, and you know, did all that fun stuff that I'm trying to hold myself accountable to do. And so it's coming to the end of the month. Anybody who's been watching, I appreciate it. And starting May, there'll be a little transition into some schooling stuff that I'll be talking to you guys about. I know I haven't been making as much cinematic videos. My main thing right now is just pushing out a video every day, you know, checking in with you guys, keeping you guys as consistent as I am. And again, like, I know I'm talking to you guys, I get like one viewer, but you know, to that one person or the 5 people who's watching, thanks for watching. I really do appreciate it. And I really hope to like just motivate as many people as I can to just kind of open their eye into certain things and just working hard every day, mainly to prove to themselves that this lifestyle will end up, you can train your mind to enjoy this stuff even if you don't. I personally love challenging things. I love hard things, and so like starting this YouTube channel and everything I've been holding myself accountable to do, I don't want to say it's been easy, but it's been fun. You know, all the challenges have been hard, or like all the challenges have been difficult, but I've been holding myself accountable to do them. You know, it sucks when I made like this will be my 17th video and there's no views, but for me it's like it was never about the views. Right now, for me, it's just about checking in with anybody and myself, really holding myself accountable, like I was just saying, to just staying consistent every single day. You know, I'm not gonna blame anything. I'm just gonna keep posting videos every single day. Never gonna stop. At least not in this series where I'm completing my 20s. And so, yeah, that was kind of just a yap sesh, but thank you for listening, and I will tune in with you guys for tomorrow for day 18. I think today was day 17, so we're pushing up on 25 days. That's exciting. I don't know if I'm gonna do it like 25, or I'll probably just do it after a month. Be like, thanks for watching for a month, whatever. Anyways, but yeah, I'm here coming up. I'm gonna have to get ready for these classes, so it'll be a busy schedule. Hopefully that'll give me a little bit more to talk about with you guys in these videos. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I will catch you guys tomorrow.